Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Minecraft. Now, if you may recall from the last episode, we were a little bit sad, a little bit discouraged. Things had gone very wrong. But, you know, procrastinating finals, that just gave me the motivation to completely fix everything happening here. And I have done quite a bit over this past week. Pretty much done nothing but play Minecraft every single day. So there's quite a few things that happen. Let's start with the tour, shall we? I didn't completely repair the damage done to the cliff, but I did do a portion of the top here. And then I also finished filling in the floor of the citadel, except for this trench apparently. I guess I got lazy, didn't do that. But yeah, so I made some significant progress on there. Not quite to where it was, but more than made up for it in other aspects. I replaced the broken smelter with a much better smelter. Here, this is ilmango's perfect furnace array design. Very good, 23 furnaces, and I've configured it so that we can add a second module to this side when it becomes more necessary. Smelts very fast. And as you may have noticed, I've gotten some netherite gear. That's what this stuff is now. Very awesome. And done quite a bit of terraforming in this area, as well as changing the pattern and type of lights we're using. See, this uses far less lights to light up the same area, but it still is completely lit up. And because shroomlights are a little more rare than torches, we've got this new pattern. So, and also our little house is gone. I've turned it into a good chest monster right here. Nice sorting system, right? Or all 8 chests. I've dug up so much dirt. But yeah, got nice valuables here. And all the various kinds of blocks that we've managed to acquire so far. I fully repaired the sugarcane farm. Beautiful. And then some new things that I built here. We have the Netherwood farm. This design is originally by Cribulus, I want to say. I'm not sure if that's how it's said, but Cribulus sounds right to me. It's beautiful. Shulkercraft does a good tutorial on it. Some modifications I've made is add an extra repeater here on 2 ticks and slow these all down to 4 ticks. The purpose of that is to give it more time to bone meal the fungus that grows. Because I was getting a lot of fungus out of the system, and I felt like it was a little wasteful. So this moves a little slower, but wastes less resources, and I'm fine with that. So, and something else I changed from Shulkercraft's tutorial is he has these trapdoors on the other side, so that it opens right there and blocks the bottom dispenser, which is the whole point of putting it there. So that's a modification I greatly suggest. And then I put these composters here so that you don't start getting the wrong things falling into those. But yeah, I think that's all I've done. So yeah, the way this farm works is we've got a chest here, and a chest here filled with bone meal, and there's 2 dispensers. There's one below this one, and it will make sure that the bottom one makes sure that this is nylium. In the tutorial, he has both kinds of nylium in the farm, but I'm just doing crimson because I'd rather have a lot of one kind, and I'm mostly using this to make hoppers anyway. So, yeah, the bottom one bone meals it, make sure it's nylium, and then it will grow a random plant on that. If that plant is the fungus, then this top dispenser will grow it into a full tree, which passes a redstone signal through this observer, activating these double piston extenders, which shoves this whole thing forward. And that will also send a signal all the way to the top, right here. And so activating this pulse extender, and when it activates, it will activate this TNT duper. The pulse extender is so that it doesn't start like spamming out TNT. This circuit right here, if you're unfamiliar with redstone, is called a pulse extender, just a bunch of comparators. And so it's basically a cooldown for the TNT dupers up here. And this is actually the first time in my life I've built TNT dupers. Never done it before. I feel very proud of myself, and I think it's very cool. This Netherwood farm is like one of the proudest things I've ever made because it's the most technical thing I've ever built. A lot of moving parts, and I love it. I'm proud of me. So, yeah, we got it configured down here to run through our little water stream. It has 2 slices collecting wood because it will occasionally miss one. It's not very often, you see, there's only 2 things in this. Actually, it's probably 3 double chests because I've been using a lot of wood. So yeah, I use a lot. And then this slice collects shroomlights, and everything else gets turned into bone meal here. I put this little lever on to disable these 2 hoppers, so if I want to collect some other kind of thing, I can do that. But yeah, that's the Netherwood farm, something I'm quite proud of. This is not finished, and that's what we're going to be doing in today's episode, so we'll come back to that. Again, did some terraforming, started to run out of shroomlights. There's a few more in there, so I could fix it, but I started putting lanterns down instead. Missed some stone here. I need to turn into dirt, make all this look nice. I needed some target blocks, so I built this real quick to get a bunch of wheat. Very simple micro farm. Here, I can show you how it works. Just need some seeds. Whatever. But this was, I followed the tutorial that Redizio built. I think his name is Redizio. When I see it, I want to pronounce it Rodizio because I lived in Brazil, and Rodizio means all-you-can-eat pizza. So that's what I want to say when I read his name, but that's not it. And basically, all you do is turn this off. That'll start smacking out, and you just put in a little roast for it. Burns through bone meal, though. Absolutely burns through it. See? 15 seconds. I got 15 wheat. Probably less than that. But it's a real fast farm, and I needed like a half a stack of target blocks. So, yeah, real quick and easy. And this farm, I am super proud of because this is the first redstone contraption I've ever built where I didn't follow a tutorial. This was me. I said I need bamboo for scaffolding, and I used everything I understood to make this. Just 2 dispensers filled with bone meal, growing the bamboo super fast. It's got the dirt that the bamboo is growing on has a hopper minecart shoved in it, and so that I can collect everything easier. Bamboo still occasionally manages to find its way out of the chute, but it's fine. It's whatever. You don't run this for longer than a minute anyway. And so when the bamboo reaches the top, that observer opens the door, which opens the door, activating the observer, so on, until the piston breaks the bamboo. This is my completely original design, and I am so proud of it. See this observer clock? Starts to activate that, and boom, goes bamboo. So yeah, if you're, once again, this farm eats bamboo, or eats bone meal. If you're using bamboo as a fuel source, I'd recommend something else, but since I only need it for scaffolding and like sticks, then this is the perfect farm for me. I think I might do a kelp farm later and use that as the, what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Fuel. Yeah. So I'm not gonna do bamboo for it though. It just burns too fast for my liking. But yeah, I'm super proud of that. This is the new entrance to our mine. I just tried to make it look pretty. I think it's nice. And I've actually put stairs on it now, so it's not annoying. Is there anything else in the overworld I built other than this thing? Nope. Let's see, it needs more records. And now, let's head into the nether, because there's something new there I want to show you guys. Alright. I've rebuilt our little ladders at the top. Broke this bedrock again. And successfully rebuilt the basalt farm. That was real quick and easy. Did I change the design majorly? No. I didn't. I just shoved the soul soil into the hopper minecarts. I don't think I did that in the original video, but I have now. So yeah. The salt farm functions properly and everything. Hey buddy, are you lost? You're looking for something. Oh, well, I guess he's fine. Alright, the other thing I built up here is a honey farm. Oh, cute. Ooh. We gotta deal with this real quick. It's a little full. But yes, once again, this is from Shulkercraft's tutorial. There's a lot of honey in here. It's real full. Yeah, Shulkercraft's a real smart guy. He's great at making these kinds of videos to help you. I think this design is, his tutorial is based on the ilmango's design. I'm not 100% on that one, so don't quote me. And if I am falsely attributing things, whoever actually did make it, I'm real proud of you. You did a great job. It's a nice, easy farm. I put it near the nether portal so that it's running all the time, but it might be running a little too much. I know with the advent of azalea leaves, that's a good way to turn the farm off, but I don't have those yet, so this is what we're doing instead. We're just letting it run and building a stockpile of honey somewhere. Yeah, okay, this is probably good enough. No? I keep clicking on the wrong buttons. Okay, whatever. All these hoppers full? Not completely. There's still quite a few. Thank you. This produces more honey than I thought it would. Only stayed here long enough to get one stack, and now it's just been unattended. I want to build a second module exactly like this, but the dispensers, instead of having honey bottles, will have shears in them, and that'll make beeswax, which we can use for candles and stuff, which I think would be great decoration. And also wax copper, but I don't see myself using copper that much. It's not a fit with the style of my plans, you know? Okay, I can't get up there. Do I have scaffolding? I do! I'm the smartest. So yeah, how this works is we're taking a predator output from the beehives through that block, and once it's completely filled, then the signal will reach this block, which will power the dispenser, and suck out the honey. That's all it has to do. And yeah, it's real easy, real simple, real fun. And I also rebuilt the Hogland farm, and so I built a nice little torch path over to it. Because if you'll recall, before when we built the Hogland farm, I was having an issue with my F3 screen. I couldn't see my Z coordinate. That's why I installed the data pack, to let myself have the coordinates down here. But I figured the path is also nice. So yeah, and got scaffolding up to the thing. Nice and easy. It's exactly as it was before. And I want to break this bedrock. I'm pretty sure this is the right one. Not sure. I don't remember. But yeah, we'll do that later though. I'm not gonna make you guys watch me fail for an hour again. But yeah, I think that's everything I've done. So we can get to today's project now. So today's project, as I mentioned from a couple of the farms I've showed you, we're eating through bone meal now. Because the Netherwood farm, like, to get a double chest of the crimson stems, it takes about 2 double chests of bone meal. So that thing tears through it. It only takes like an hour to do too. So that thing's absolutely eating them up. It has a small return, like maybe a tenth to a sixth gets returned from the recyclers I've got, but it's not very much. So that's why today's project is this moss-based bone meal farm. This is entirely ilmango's design. I did start tweaking it a little, and then I changed my mind. So I was going to have it sort everything into a sorting system and then have a lever to switch it between going to the sorting system and bone mealing it. But then my mind was like, it's moss. Like, I could spread it just by, bone mealing it. Or if I need like azalea bushes or something, I could just stand right here and collect them. It'll take like 5 minutes to fill my inventory. So I decided it actually wasn't worth it to build a sorting system. And what I like about ilmango, why he's my favorite, is he loves to make his designs modular, which that speaks to my soul. I'm a software engineer, at least I'm studying to be one. I've fallen. And so things that are modular, things that are polymorphic, that is just beautiful. It's expert programming, and so seeing farms that do that are great. And so in my mind there are 2 modules. I built one up completely here, and today we're going to build the other one on this side. But in his video, ilmango refers to both sides as a single module. So I'm not entirely sure how to do that, how that works in his brain. Maybe he's just misspeaking. I don't know. But in his video, he has 4 double-sided modules, and they'll produce. He says they'll produce 25,000 bone meal an hour. So we're just building one module for now with 2 sides to it, and so it should get us about 6,000 bone meal an hour. And if I decide I'm not happy with that, there's plenty of room that way to keep expanding. And yeah, so let's get started. Actually, maybe should have done some resource gathering. I'm like completely out of pistons and cobblestone. But the thing about it is, in his video, he said he would post a tutorial on a second channel. I couldn't find that. I think he made it up. So, yeah, I have no idea what he was talking about. And the only person who did try to make a tutorial off of it, whose name I can't remember for the life of me, I want to say it started with a T. They tried to make a tutorial based on it, based on the world download he gives. But they skipped a couple steps and, like, they kept having to go back and fix things like repeater timings that they messed up. And, I'm not trying to talk bad about them. I'm just saying that it was somewhat difficult to follow. Alright? They tried very hard, and I'm proud of them. The major thing they skipped was this line I'm walking on right here. This magically appeared for them. They never showed it or talked about it, and what it does is it opens these trapdoors to let the water flush the different items into the composting array. So yeah, this thing was definitely skipped. If you don't know how redstone works and you're just watching the video, you wouldn't know what to do. But because I have a vague understanding of what things do, I understood that this was supposed to connect to something and assumed it must be this line that magically appears. But yeah, it's a nice and easy mechanism. The way it works is, if you'll come to the side with me, there's 3... That dirt block shouldn't be there. There's 3 stone lines there, and the top one and the bottom one are both just stone generators. They push stone into the middle line, which then pushes it across, and those are all controlled by the same basic clock that we have down here. There's the clock. And so yeah, those are all 3 controlled by that. And I'm gonna fall. And then here, what this little system does is it moves this observer between these 3 positions, and it only gives a signal when it's in the middle. And so that is what controls this bone mealing array. And so up here, the moss gets bone mealed by this little system here. And then on this pulse extender that I already showed you, opens these trapdoors, water flushes all the items to the middle. And they fall through that little gap there and start getting composted. One modification I have made to the design, I don't know why they did this, it seemed illogical to me, but so they have half the hoppers filtering into this dropper, which throws it into the water stream, and the other half fills into this dropper, which does the same thing. And they had this dropper all the way down here for some reason, and that made 0 sense to me. It seems like that's unnecessarily making the travel distance longer and therefore more inefficient. I didn't understand. So I fixed it. That's the only modification I've made to this design, I believe. But yeah, that should be it. Let's do this thing. Am I out of torches? It's the first thing I need, and I don't have any. Should also get rid of all this stuff in my inventory. I need more than that. Now, let's go over here and start the build. Yeah, the reason I built one module without recording it is because I had no idea what was happening, so I had to get a good handle on it before I included you guys, because I assumed you guys wouldn't be very interested in the video if I was just pausing and watching a YouTube video at 0.25 times speed every time you turn around. So, yeah. But now I got this other side as a reference, so I can be sure I'm building everything right, not messing anything up. I need note blocks. It's fairly certain I had note blocks. Looks like I'm a liar. More wood. Alright. This isn't going to be enough. I need so many of those. That'll be enough for now. Ooh. Wow. Just annihilated those. Actually, that one's extra. Supposed to be got there. Good thing I caught that one. Alright, let's see. I also need this here. Repeat. Is it 2 ticks? Let's go double check that. Yeah, 2 ticks. The note block. We'll worry about the observers and stuff later. And then, yeah, it should just be redstone dust all the way. We're gonna run out of redstone before this is done, though, because that's not too many. And if I do, the only solution is to be sad. Alright. So there are 14 little slices that are all built the exact same way on this side. So after that, we have observers looking at all the note blocks, normal pistons looking up with obsidian under them. Easy enough. Yeah, like I said, no more pistons there. I'll need to go get some cobblestone and put all these honey blocks away. Don't think I need any more. Just put those in here for now. Excuse me, sir. May I sleep here? Whew. Now. Yes, I remember. I just said I need cobblestone, and then immediately did nothing about it. So, grab that. Probably grab a piece of iron. Ooh, that's a little full. That's okay. Deal with that problem later. Everything seems to be overflowing today. You see, people who are actually good at this, they'll gather the resources before starting the recording. But I'm not good, so we're gonna do it all together now. Oh, slime. That's fun. Salty Oh. Back off. Let's see. I don't know how many that is. Ay, oh, ah, oh. Alright. That's probably good enough for a stack of pistons. Too lazy to actually count. And, let's roll. And granite, deep slate, the rest of this I man. It's kind of warm in here. Having kind of a hard time breathing. I've been super dehydrated the past few days. No matter how much I drink, it's never enough. You know what I mean? I'm doing this now. I need wood. Some wood. Good enough. No, I can do more. Yeah, okay. And I need the observers. Of course. Can't forget those. Yeah, those are directly out from the observer. Okay. Alright, there's that. And I need to stickify a bunch of these. See, yeah, right in front of the redstone, so they're extended. Look. Just like this. Perfect. And that's all I have. Good. Made a whole bamboo farm to make scaffolding, and I barely have any left. Perfect. Do. Alright, there's that. Oops. Alright. Does need obsidian under those. Lucky for us, someone was prepared. Do. Glass. Alright. Glasses in front of those. Yes, yes. Because I didn't want water spilling everywhere while I was working. Perfect. Suppose I should have lowered those. Anyway, I think I had dirt scaffolding there is why I never needed to. But whatever. Move that over. And now, for the past the office's house, stairs. Stairs that will need obsidian outside of them. Yeah, to make sure you don't accidentally push them out. More obsidian. I should grab the bunch from the chest. Let's see. Always keep enough for an emergency nether portal in the chest. Let's put this on the outside. Much better location. Okay. I need dirt. There we go. Now we place stairs. Then this work? Yeah, okay. Don't need more helper blocks. Makes it easy. Alright, now we have to waterlog all these stairs. That's a very interesting, boring process. So, there's a water pit over here. Alright. And you just need to put water onto every single stair, and it's real interesting. I got to clean up my inventory. Alright, well, I'll waterlog these, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, we got all these stairs is what they're called, waterlogged. And put a little covering on it. Ilmango's design uses shroomlights, just to keep the area well lit, but there'll be lava behind it, so I figure why not just put some glass there, save on resources. Which is what I've done here. And I also need to put some shroomlights behind it, because those ones actually do light up back here. My inventory is too full. We'll do it later. I gotta clean that up. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we should put some stone blocks in there temporarily to just enable placing lava down easier. Oops, sorry. Here, hold on to this cobblestone for now. I know it's not your job, but I'd appreciate it. But I have a hoe on me. I have a completely unbroken diamond hoe on me. What's it for? What's it do? Alright. It's just things I don't need, really. I do need that lava. We're about to use that. But I would like some stone. Temporary stone. And I'd like to fall. Perfect. Right. Oops-a-daisy. Oh, there's nothing too bad. Just shroomlights behind there. Make sure I'm getting everything right. Yep, shroomlights right behind there. Easy. And we've got plenty, you know, we're never going to run out of shroomlights. We're pretty much out of bone meal, too. Everything that's in the system is what we got. So, that netherwood farm is designed to get wood, and so shroomlights are just a happy bonus. But they're not the focus of that farm, so they don't really generate that often. In 3 double chests of wood, I've gotten, like, I think maybe 4 stacks, 5 stacks of shroomlights, and most of them have gone to lighting up the area around here. But yeah, it's whatever. Oops, I've fallen. What did you do? Right, yep, okay. Yes, we just need the lava and we're done with this layer. We'll move up. So now the lava is spread out is 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to say. It's not the 5, but 4. Spread. Yeah, that's right. See? And now it's a stone generator. And when it receives a pulse, what's going to happen is the sticky piston pulls that back, and 1 tick later, because of the observer, this will push it out. Well, I suppose it's kind of the same tick. If this was 1 tick later, it would re-expand. It's the same tick. It's very fast. And it pushes it back up. And then, from once it goes up, the middle layer is going to push it into the middle. And, yeah. Same thing basically is happening on the top. It's just going down. It's real easy. It looks super complicated and there are a lot of moving parts, but what's actually happening is pretty easy. So yes, and now from here what we want to do is to build our second line. We're going to put an observer on top, is that right? Yeah. So, these control mechanisms. Expanding this with more modules is going to be easy. It's just these control mechanisms we got to figure out. So, control mechanism on this side is going to be observer, brick, observer, no block. I believe in that pattern. Might be missing one. Brick observer note block. Except the second observer is looking up. Of course. Idiot. That's the last layer. We will worry more about that when we get there. Perfect. Now what we need, nice and simple. Just that. And what's on our second line? We got a repeater at 2 ticks. I'm out of repeaters. That dirt is bothering me. Get it? Yeet. There's no real easy way to get in there and see that, is there? Aha! Nope. I did. Okay. Actually, I could just use this view because they're all exactly the same. Okay. So we just need a note block directly in front of it, and then a piston on top of the shroom light. Easy. Need more note blocks. I'm burning through so much wood and redstone. But it's gonna be worth it, I promise. Needed the thingamabobber as well. Yeah, that'll do. Now let's see. Saved the game. That's very good. 2 ticks. Redstone dust. More redstone dust. Might just barely have enough of this stuff. Let's go sleep real quick. Okay. Now, back at it. Man, I gotta tell you guys, normally when I'm doing mind-numbing tasks like giant building or giant landscaping, I listen to music. So it's way different. You know, just kind of being alone with the ambient noises. I kind of got, like, my brain's like, oh, what's happening? So I'm not recording with the other guys today, in case you haven't noticed. So my brain doesn't really feel engaged, because this is kind of, I mean, I do have to think about what I'm doing, but it feels mindless still, you know? Yeah, you know what I mean. Now, target blocks. Yes, I did make exactly as many target blocks as I needed. Good. Alright. Now, from the target block, we have sticky piston. Need a few more of those. That's actually a perfect number, isn't it? Ooh, we're the winners! Oh, but yeah, okay. Sticky pistons with the observers are looking at, yeah, the redstone torch, okay. So I put the sticky pistons in, and we'll build the third line up on top. Ooh, okay, that was a perfect landing, everybody. Stood so well. This point up, yeah. Dang it, you. You make everything difficult, don't you? Actually. These do need to be like this. I have to do that now, and we'll have to make more pistons, though. No, so dang it, the angle's wrong. There. On the side. Work like this? No. Alright, more pistons. Time to get them. Alright. That'll make a half a stack of pistons. Oh, I need more wood. Which I always think is in the other one for some reason. Okay, now we got pistons. I can finish that. And now I can build this. There's that. Sticky pistons should be extended now. Yep. Alright. So now, what's next is... I gotta put redstone on top of that. Bricks we just built. And obsidian on top of the pistons. So it doesn't get pushed anywhere by accident. And they put glass there. I think it was just to keep this thing quiet. Not really sure. Tink. Repeater. 2 ticks as always. Oh, my keyboard is wigging out. I poured mead on it the other day. And it's real sticky. I need to get a new one. I know my mom's probably going to get me like an Amazon gift card for Christmas, so I'm planning to just buy a new keyboard then. It's like a week away. I can endure the pain of having a sticky keyboard until then. What did I come over here looking for? I wanted to grab something. I don't remember. Well, Well, now the world will never know. I do know that I need one of these. And I need to recreate this thing. Yeah. This is going to be real interesting. Okay. So, that's looking into that observer trapdoor, two things, a thing, then I think that's set to 4 ticks. I don't know. We'll look at it more later. I need to make more observers, actually. That might actually be the perfect amount. Pretty sure it was set to 4 ticks, if I am remembering correctly. And if not, you know, who knows. It is set to 2 ticks, as every other observer of this build has been. Except for the clock. And that. Not sure why that's set so differently. Okay. Now we also need obsidian here. It should be fully functioning, I believe. The top one isn't because it needs lava still. Let me have. Okay. So, yeah, it needs lava, but everything else should be working. So, I can turn it on to give us a platform to work on for the rest of it. I just want to make sure everything's good and safe before I do. I believe everything's fine. Just turn it on. There we go. Now we make it daytime. Easy. Or I guess it's not quite dark enough yet. Just the little sliver there. Is it good enough? Ta-da! Okay, now we're here. Now what we need to do is realize we're out of stone bricks to build with and come down here and make some more. I really thought I had more stone. I should need stone now. Dang it. This brain of mine is super helpful. I love it. I get hyper focused on one thing and I forget everything else I'm doing. So after this thing is built, stone will generate here. But it's easier to build it if I don't have to worry about that. So that's why we're doing it this way. more to hold the lava in. Oh. Okay, just crawl. Yeah. Line shroomlights, easy. And trapdoors. Grab some trapdoors and slash or make some. Perfect. Alright. Boom bam, baby. And now, for my next trick. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Only 3? No. Now we waterlog all the trapdoors by shift clicking. So, see you guys when I am done with that. Alright, so I forgot these things actually will generate between them, unlike the stairs, so that's actually a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be. So, you know, the skip wasn't really necessary, but now we have this, and we can flood this place and wash everything to the middle. Need to finish building these walls though, but yeah, for now everything's good. Okay, I needed shroomlights, which I have. Oops. Hey, you, stop that. Ta-da. More glass. Don't have very many more glass. We're gonna run out real soon. Okay, now. Let's see. I have this redstone torch on top of solid block. Easy enough. That's not right. There. Whoa. There. Now it's working. Is there any reason for this delay? I mean, I assumed it was just so that it can actually reach. The signal won't be strong enough otherwise, right? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, it would. So what's the point of this delay here? Alright, I'm mixing it up. We'll see if that does well or if it breaks the machine. Because I don't understand why it would need delay for one side but not the other. Yeah, who knows? Oh well. That is good there. Do I have dispensers on me? Need more observers and a few more sticky pistons. Observe. Excellent. I think those last my quartz. Let's hope I don't need more comparators. Alright. I'll do that later. Ooh, sticky keyboard is not letting me do things. Come on, unstick. Alright, so let's see. I should have grabbed the dispensers while I was down there. That was the most important thing that I didn't do. Okay, so yes, this is the setup. Real simple. Stick piston, observer, hopper, dispenser, dispenser. Oh, get the dispensers. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Doink. There's that. And then I need to stickify a few of these. There. Only need two, but you know, crafting in excess is always fun. And now what needs to happen is helper blocks. Heat. Need some helpers. Yes. Oh. Stick piston there. Observer. That's facing the wrong way. I'm too low. There. That's good. It's a little dark. Let's go fix that. And maybe harvest the sugar cane on our way back. Do. Excuse me, sir. This is my bed. I live here. Okay. Ow. By the way, the right placement, so this block here is 4 from each side. So it's the 4th block. So, and that's going to be a moss block. It's not a moss block right now because as we're playing in 1.17, there is no moss block except from wandering traders, and they all hate me. So, you know, no moss block for you. sticky. Observed. Oh, no. So yeah, the dirt is a placeholder, so I know where the moss goes, because we don't have moss yet. Once we do, though, this thing will be kicked into overdrive. I've been trying to stay on the lookout for wandering traders, but they just... when they do appear, they're only selling me, like, dyes and stuff. I don't want dye. Ooh. Now let's see. The way this works. So we have that, that, that. That'll activate both of them. Right on. Alright. Is there anything else I'm missing? Ooh, honey. Yes. So, what happens after the bone meal is made is it's put into this water stream. It comes up here. Using the old sea pickle trick, we line it up here, and it'll get pushed down and sucked into these hoppers, and I'll get stuck on them. Then, using the old honey trick, they'll get sucked into these hoppers, and then they will go into our storage system, which doesn't exist. So right now, it just gets to fly off the edge that way. I believe that's everything this build needs. It is completely done, save for the moss and some bone meal to get started. You get 3 bone meal back for every 1 bone meal you put in. So this should be a very, very good system. I believe everything is done. If you want to expand this to make it more, all you do is on these lines you put another thing and another repeater, and then you just repeat these 15, 14 things. So this glass wall is going to become this glass wall in the next part, you know? You just repeat the whole thing back. Extend this line so it goes all the way back. Easy. That's what modular means. That's all what everything should be. Honestly, like, one of the greatest developments in PCs was the advent of modularization. It is so easy now because of it. Building PCs is like building Legos. It used to be impressive, but now anyone who knows how to use their hands can do it. And it's because modularization is like one of the greatest advents ever. And every industry should utilize it more. I mean, think about cars, how complicated cars are, and how you, like, not everyone, people who actually take the time to delve in and understand it, like, they can do it, but for your average Joe, a car would be so much easier if you could be like, this part is broken, throw this part out, put a new one in. In theory, I guess that's how it is, but it's just not easy to do. And I suppose that's probably because of business practices purposely making it so to make themselves a higher value service, but I think every industry would benefit from modularization. But yeah, kind of sidetracked myself. I gotta finish this glass wall. We're not done yet. And I do really like this double stone generator design. I might steal it to build the stone generator, adapt it so that that just gets fed into a mining chamber instead of, you know, being mossed. But yes, this all works. It should work beautifully now. I won't actually know until I find a danged watering trader. uh, and once it does, not only will I be able to power all these farms sustainably, it'll make the bone part of this farm a little useless. So it might be in our interest to convert it to a creeper slash spider farm. Of course, the Brolander likes his rotten flesh, so we'll need to get him an alternative source of that first. Uh, but the gold farm will definitely do that once we build it. But if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It goes a huge way to helping me and other small content creators like me. So I really do appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys watching through to the end. I will see you guys next time.